And X, here we go.
Hello, I am Seckswrecks, and I'm going to play a video game.
I'm Party Man, and I'll do the same.
Yeah, and I'm Jaxler, and here bringing you high-level commentary for some high-level Pringles action.
Hi,
All
so are we gonna do a real start where we reset so we can go from the press start screen?
Right. Yeah.
So we are doing a best of 5, so you're going to be seeing a lot of Pringles. Jackson will explain what's going on. So
Roughly.
if you're ready on time, we might as well get this going in about 3. Oh, wait, we gotta wait. In about 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, welcome to Pringles, everybody.
Oh no!
So
no!
Already off to a bit of a rough start in this game 1 here. So Pringles is a homebrew Sega Genesis title that was made in 2009 by I believe, solo Japanese developer. And so we're going to be doing a best of 5 of races of all A's. So what that means is that whenever you bounce off of a Pringle in this game, and you get all of the Pringles without touching down on like one of the Pringles cans, you get an A rank. And so in this category, you need to get all A's on every single level. Otherwise, if you bonk on like something like one of the Pringles cans, you have to reset. You also need to grab every single chip, for the most part, in each of these levels in order to make this happen. So right now we're cruising through the first world here. There's 3 worlds with 3 different levels each kind of going after a different variety of Pringles. I think that's unfortunately going to be a no way right there for Seckswrecks.
Yeah, thankfully I was able to clear the combo and get my full score, so I was actually able to reach the A rank, because it's all just about reaching that score threshold and not actually carrying the combo into the ending. So slight recovery. No recovery for those earlier failures I had, though. So Party Man is probably going to take game 1 here unless there's some sort of miracle.
Yeah. So the way that like you actually play this video game, you don't have a jump button. The Pringle head, I don't even remember what his name is, but he doesn't jump. He just will bounce automatically at a set height. And when you land on one of the chips, it will bounce you up as well. So pretty much all we can do outside of drifting left or right is bounce off of things and then try to fall down onto the chips here. And so what we end up trying to do as far as the speedrun strats go is collect multiple Pringles in one single ascent so we don't have to waste time falling back down. And you're also going to notice as well is that as we collect multiple Pringles in a row, the game's going to lag a lot because this is a Sega Genesis title. Okay, we're going to see the backup right there from Party Man X. Very, very good save. Again, you cannot fall. Like, if you fall, you have to, like, either go for a backup like that or you're kind of just forced to reset the level right there. And so Party Man's going to be going into the final world here, which is Brack Papper. This is by far the hardest set of levels. There is a trick in one of the levels. I think it might be the last level called Task Chip. We'll see if any of the runners are brave enough to go for it. Yeah, right there you saw Party. Oh, bit of a drop right there, unfortunately. So this might give Seckswrecks the opportunity to get back into this race. But one of the hard parts about optimizing this game, like you just saw on Seckswrecks' screen, is trying to make sure that you don't miss chips on the ascent, because as you'll notice, as you grab chips, there's a particle effect that appears on the screen, and it causes a ton of lag because this is a Sega Genesis. So that can often affect your timings if like you do something like slightly differently than you're used to. No way.
No way.
All right, going to take another reset here from Seckswrecks, and then we're going to see. That's going to be the end of Brack Papper Part 2. So Party Man X going into the final level, but the final level here is by far the hardest. So we're going to see a setup right there so we can collect 2 of those Pringles on the ascent. Manage to get through that letter A-OK. This is the spooky part. So we leave that chip there on purpose so that we can bounce onto it later. It is technically possible to grab that in a previous ascent and then do some nonsense, and that's called test. And that right there is going to be game 1 for Party Man X. All right. So again, this is a best of 5. So any speed game category for this is just so short, which is why we're doing the best of 5. All right, runners, are you ready?
We're ready.
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
wait.
The demo mode likes to screw you. So
Okay.
Again, we're going to have to bring that back.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you're also just gonna notice that whenever you like press a button in the menu, it just makes this little toot noise, and it's just
It does.
it's
It
very
does.
funny.
So one thing about the menu is, as you'll see it come in, it sort of wobbles back and forth kind of slowly. And in order to speed that up, you can hold down a confirm button on your controller. However, if you hold it down for too long, you will reselect the level you just beat and waste all that time you saved making the menu cancel its wobble. So it's like a little game of chicken with the menu every time you go to it, which makes this incredibly deep speed run for really what it is.
Yeah, this is a way better speed game than it has any right to be. I forget which SGDQ the whole Pringles phenomenon first came off, or first popped off, but it is a staple of the GDQ practice rooms as well, and we had like boatloads of people come and try the run and submit their times here.
I believe it was SGDQ 2018 where Pringles popped off, and 2019 was really like the peak of Pringles, the Pringle Palooza.
Yeah, this first level here in Tomato Basil as well is pretty notorious because you kind of have to know where the Pringles are when you're landing on them there. And this also rewards being really good at getting those Pringle ladders as well that allow you to climb up there. You're also going to notice that on some of these Pringle ladders that we're trying to revert back to no left or right speed as quickly as possible because that can actually help with some of the lag reduction. Again, we're playing on original hardware, so there are actually cartridges you can get for Pringles on like AliExpress. Pringles is real and can hurt you. All right, so we're looking pretty solid here so far. That's a really scary step ladder right there. It's really easy to accidentally hit one of the chips there out of order. All right, and it looks like both of our runners are going to be going into Brack Papper here. So yeah, that is correct. It is called Brack Papper.
You'll also note World 2 is and Basil Tomato.
Yeah, this is a video game. You're also going to notice there's no music. That's just, yeah. It's just the sound of eating Pringles, which is really music to my ears, if you ask me.
Never once in my life have I stopped.
So for a lot of those diagonal ladders, there's kind of a risk-reward when you have to do those switchbacks in Brack Papper Part 2, where you can try to go for the third one, the third Pringle on that stack, but if you do, it's a very tight window to recorrect your momentum. Ooh. Okay, good save right there from Party Man. Now we have Seckswrecks going into Brack Papper Part 3. Party Man going to take it safe, not going for test chip. And that's going to be game number 2 for Party Man X.
Are we getting a Party Man sweep?
It might happen.
Are the run back, the 3-0 run back from me.
The
that
3-0
could happen.
run back. All right. Let's get game 3 on in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this first level, as you kind of seen, tends to be fairly stable. Oh, as I say that, commentator's curse. You're going to have a little bit of a lead here right at the start, but
Need all the help
playing
I can
through
get.
this game like looks very simple, but it's actually really brutal, and not because it's well designed. It's because the game lags. Some of these early levels with these diagonal ladders can also be kind of tricky because the first chip on the ladder tends to be pretty close to the ground, so it's really easy. Yeah, and you're seeing Party Man X having a similar issue that Seckswrecks was talking about, where if you try to do the menu skip a little bit too early, then you can accidentally re-enter a level you've already completed. So to briefly talk over the ranks and what they mean, we mentioned that All A's requires you to get pretty much every chip without touching down on the ground or falling out. There are 2 other ranks that you can get. You can get a B rank by making it into the goal by whatever it means, and that's called Bmoji %.
Well, you still need a medium score to get the
Yeah.
B rank. Just reaching the goal at all will get
No
you the
way. Yeah.
will get you the C. And then the thing about the C is actually just voiding out on the bottom of the level will also get you the C. So an all C's run is the quote-unquote any %, and we call that scream into the void because you just start every level and jump off the side of it.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, this vertical ladder section in Tomato Basil Part 2 is really, or sorry, Part 1 is really frustrating sometimes because, again, that's pretty much a blind fall, trust fall in order to make that one work.
Oh,
no way! Yeah, that's the really tricky part about this world in particular is you have those really long ladders where if you miss that first Pringle at the bottom, you really can't back it up.
There's really nothing to do about missing that bottom Pringle. And actually, at SGDQ 2018, one person who was trying to complete an all-A's run of this game spent, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes unable to hit that bottom chip without either hitting the can or the Pringle above it. Just to put a fine point on how much time Partyman and myself have spent working on this, it is nowhere near as smooth and easy as we're making it look, even with all these mistakes. Partyman is the world record holder. I have, I believe, maybe 5th or 7th. I don't know, something place. I'm a few seconds behind. It's a very tight leaderboard.
Attempting to be consistent in this game as well is also really tough. All right. So both of our runners starting to make their way into Brack Papper. So even though we have a slight lead on one side, this could still be anybody's game.
Oh, no way.
Ooh, really tough. Oh, this is gonna be so close. It's one of those things where it's like you can do the run once, but this best of 5 really tests your consistency and being able to land all these strats.
Oh, no way!
Going for the safer strat and ending up paying for it, unfortunately. There's some value to going for that. Again, the more chips that you collect in a row, the more of those sparkles you put on screen, which reduces the lag. So in some ways, it can help with consistency by just making sure that you can actually get through there safely. All right, and that's going to be a 3-2 clear right there. Or 3-1 clear. 3-2 clear for Partyman, sorry. I'm all over the place. I need lunch.
We all need lunch. I don't even think I had breakfast. I'm thinking about Pringles too much.
All right, really solid 3-2. Are we going to... Oh, no.
Nope. No.
Partyman's just going to tap it in right here. A couple more Pringles to go. 1, 2, 3. Into the goal. And that's
GG's.
GG's. Well played.
So yeah, that was Pringles, best of 5. Hopefully you weren't sick of Pringles yet. Hopefully you're not sick of me yet, because I'll be back in just a little bit playing Celeste 64.
An actual good game.
An actual good game, as opposed to this also actually really good game. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming out, checking out Pringles, Silly Bach. It's been a good time. Thanks for donating to P-Fund. And without further ado, do you have anything to say, Partyman, or did you? Yeah, you took care of that stuff yesterday when you played your real game.
Yeah.
Let's go bingo.
Let's go bingo.
Let's go bingo.
Let's go Two-Face.